a princess, the daughter of the great King Mizukai. To be exact, the second in line for the throne, your brother, Hiro, to be king someday. Instead of training to become the queen of your own kingdom, you've been training your whole life to be the queen of a different kingdom, all because of your quirk. As we all know, nearly 80% of the population have inborn superpowers called quirks. These abilities generally fall under 3 categories: immuter, transformation, and mutant. Your quirk is an immuter quirk, called charge. You can lend your energy or strength to any other living thing on contact, giving them more energy, but depleting yours. Because of this, many other kingdoms want you to marry their rulers, believing that your quirk would help their kingdoms prosper, some even going as far as offering money and alliances. Your father, however, is a strategist man. He knows you are the kingdom's most valuable weapon, that your future is detrimental to the kingdom's prosperity. All your life, you've been conditioned into the perfect princess. Someday, a queen of a far-off kingdom, skilled in both defensive skills and strategist ones. You have perfect manners and beauty. You are perfect. Well, as close to being perfect as you can be. You used to be so much different. You shook your head, not wanting to dwell on the past. Father has just called you into his chambers, and you're walking with Hiro. What do you think he wants, Hiro? You asked your brother. Your long dress drags behind you, the silvery silk complementing your skin tone. Shiro shrugs. Probably something about the latest threat from the Todoroki kingdom. They're getting ruthless. You sighed. The Todoroki kingdom. The royal family mostly concerned of fire quirks. They're powerful, and their king is full-on tyrant. Endeavor, they call him. For whatever reason, King Endeavor. You scoff. As powerful as they are, their threats are empty and meaningless. They haven't attacked us once, and they never will, you say to Hiro. He raises an eyebrow. Now, sister, don't get so cocky. Even their king is disliked by his people. He hasn't been overruled, which says a lot. He's taking care of his people, and you never know. He says, if you're focused on dog's bark, you will be overcome by his jaws. Your Highnesses, the guards at your father's door says, His Majesty has been waiting. They open the door to the large bedroom, and you two walk inside. Your father is sitting on the edge of his bed, his hands on his forehead. You rush to his side. Father, what is it? He lifts his head and gestures to the 2 chairs across from him. Sit, please, both of you. You sit down beside Hiro, giving him a worried glance. He shrugs, and looks worried also. Your father sighs. My children, it has been 5 years since your mother's passing. You gulped, knowing this conversation will be about. There has been talk of going around that we are weaker without our queen, he continues. Even if I am king, your mother was the backbone of this kingdom. She was so kind, and you could see his eyes well up with tears. You smiled at him, encouraging him to go on. I believe it is time, the tired king says, for you to get married. Your heart starts to beat out of your chest, and you can feel sweat start to form. As I hate to admit it, this kingdom is far weaker than it has ever been, and we need a new alliance, he says, looking at you. You are finally of age, and we need it more than ever. The Todoroki kingdom is presented. We need to scare them off by going and getting you to marry a strong king. You sigh, knowing full well this was your duty all these years. For the Mizuku kingdom, you stand and bow. I will do my duty as a princess. Your father smiles, seeing how you have changed so much and admiring you for that. That's my girl. We'll be holding a party inviting the strongest kingdom's heirs and see who offers the highest price. You can tell your father is excited, which makes you smile. Even though he had trained you, and, well, somewhat of your mother, to be the perfect princess, he was always so gentle towards you, making sure that nothing hurted you. It will be splendid, father, he laughs. Of course, darling. Only the strongest king for my daughter. Haru looks at you, worry in his eyes. You leave the room, your gown trailing behind you, and you noticed the small sound in the castle is your father's laughter. You can't just let him auction you off like that. Hiro pantses in your room, clearly angry. You were sitting on your bed, fully accepting your fate, until he stormed in and started shouting. Hiro, this is for the good of the kingdom. Calm down, you plead. I can't. You don't understand. He's literally going to sell you, he says. I can't just let my sister be sold off to some old king because of your quirk. No, you don't understand. You snapped, clenching your fists and standing up. You're tired of it. Hiro will never understand. With his quirk, he can draw power from the moon depending on its shape. He doesn't need to rely on anyone. But your quirk? No. You can only make people stronger. You have to work extra hard to defend yourself. You shake your head and rack your hands through your hair. That was the first time you'd ever yelled at him. A queen wouldn't do that. You take a deep breath and looked at your brother. He looked shocked, sad even. Hiro, I'm adult now. I know how you feel, but I can take care of myself. You say. Hiro embraces you. Please, I just want you to be happy. You wrap your arms around him gently. I am happy, Hiro. I'm doing this for the kingdom.